But that brings us to our big story, which is
it's a big one.
Oh, the biggest. I should have dressed the table as like an aircraft carrier, and Tyler and I could have gotten costumes, and we should have fought on top of it.
You would win right now.
That's true. We had the Kong versus. No, I keep saying it wrong.
I'm pretty much Godzilla at this point. I have like not a fully functional arm, so like I kind of have baby arms.
Yes, we had the first official trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong coming to theaters and HBO Max this March. March 18? I want to say it's 18.
I think it's 26.
Dang it, I don't. It's March. I'm saying March. You guys are excited about it. Why don't you talk about why you're excited about it?
Luke, go.
It's Godzilla versus King Kong.
End of sentence. Period.
Why would you not be excited about it? That's all I feel like I need to say. It's a giant iguana fighting a giant gorilla.
Is Godzilla an iguana? Like, is he like officially?
It's the closest thing.
Okay, that's what I thought too.
Not officially.
I thought it's the closest thing.
It's not an iguana.
Dana and I were talking about that after we watched the trailer, and she was like, "Is he an iguana?" And I'm like, "Not technically, but like pretty much."
He's modeled after. So like his base model is modeled after a, like an ancient a creature from a novel like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Like the novel describes this creature, and so his base model is that, but then the original art director for like the original Godzilla way back day, incorporated dinosaur stuff. So like the T-Rex, like with the walking upright, and the Stegosaurus with the fins, and then I think some more lizard stuff for when he walked on all fours.
I'll kill you, evil lizard demon.
So
there's my stepbrother's reference for the day.
Yeah.
Check.
So Luke's excited just because it's two monsters fighting each other. That's fair. Tyler, why are you excited?
Hey, hold on. Just two monsters fighting each other.
Okay.
These are the two most iconic monsters
in film history
ever to fight each other. And we get a version of it in today's age where special effects can do it. Where it's not two dudes in outfits that you can see through.
But dude, that is some of the best stuff ever.
The best choreographed.
The shoving the tree in Godzilla's mouth will literally never get old to me.
Yes, agreed.
But yes, I am also excited. Of course, I have to complain about the trailer because, watching the trailer, that's what I'm going to freaking do, I guess. I thought the music was weird. I think I would have been okay if the music would have stayed as like a rock song that it's kind of started out as with the guitar riff and everything. But then it takes like a rap turn, and I was like, this is weird. I still like what I see. Like I think that movie's going to be a ton of fun. I'm super excited to watch it. There's some awesome color stuff going on. Like the color palette for that movie looks wild, and I'm super excited about that. But yeah, I mean, Luke kind of sums it up, right? It's Godzilla versus King Kong. Like, this is the kind of stuff we thought about when we were kids, and now we're gonna see it, and with like Luke said again, top-notch VFX that are just gonna be mind-blowing. And despite what you think about King of the Monsters, this one here, not a great movie, but man, does it look awesome. Actually, all three of these look awesome, but recency.
Recency bias.
That whole thing.
Well, it has way more action,
right, and way more monsters.
Either of the other two. So.
Just like the visuals for these movies are insane.
Yeah.
And now we're getting two giant film titans fighting each other that aren't BVS. It's gonna be awesome.
I'll kind of second your critique of the trailer. This is a weird trailer because it starts off being super like sentimental and like character focused, and then the second half it just turns into a UFC promo.
Heck yeah, dude.
And I think the tone change really caught me off guard because I was totally expecting the trailer to be more like the second half. But then like I had a little whiplash because I was like, oh, Like, I'm getting, like, some Skull Island or, like, even original Godzilla vibes from the first half of this, and then it was like, "Nope, we're not that at all." Or we're forget about that and look, flashing lights and big things punching each other.
And that's, I mean, at this point though, like that's what I'm here for.
I'm glad some people are. I'm and this is kind of what I don't know when we had talked about this, maybe just an episode or two ago, where I was kind of like I'm still excited for it, but my expectations for it are like down here.
I guess
And I'm still there. Like in reality, my expectations aren't any lower because this is pretty much exactly what I predicted.
Yeah, I guess I just think like when I think of movies like this, like this is Fast and Furious, right? Like it's gonna be ridiculous, but I'm gonna enjoy
with Fast and
the
Furious,
crap out of it.
you do have actual characters that you care about.
I care about Godzilla and King Kong, man.
You don't though.
You're right, I
think you
don't. I
do,
just want them
but
to
you
beat the hell out of
don't.
each other.
Like the thing, the reason why Pacific Rim, the original, works is because you care about those characters. The second one, you don't care. Sorry, you don't care about John Boyega's character in the second one. And even though it has more fighting and more monsters, it's a worse movie. So like, if you don't nail your human characters, because in to a certain degree, you will not, unless you go Land Before Time, you will not empathize with a animal character like that unless you humanize them.
Dude. Oh yeah. Kong is always humanized.
Kong is more humanized, which is probably why he'll be the sympathetic character. Well, they're setting him up to be the sympathetic character.
So, setups. Get into it.
Yeah. Where do we think
Hold
this
on,
is going?
hold on.
Luke's got more.
I want to talk about this. You gotta feel things. No, you don't. They don't need to have the humans in the first 15 minutes and just get rid of them.
Okay, but Luke,
they're the worst.
I don't disagree. The problem is then your film becomes a $300 million CGI fest that you can't afford. The humans are in there because of the budget.
And to tell us.
No, you take them out, then you don't have to pay them.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's cheaper to shoot that stuff than just make the entire thing as amazing CGI as you are thinking it could be.
Just make the movie an hour long.
Yeah, I don't think this movie is going to be as long as we really think.
Probably not.
You mean it's not going to be 4 hours like Justice League?
If a movie isn't 4 hours, I'm just not interested.
I want it in a 4-part TV series, but that's just me.
I think they need to realize, and this was the struggle with King of the Monsters. People are there to watch the monsters fight, but then they throw in a really just half measured, terribly written script because the studio and the director and the creators and the writers, they're like, oh, we need this human emotion. No, we don't. We just want to watch them fight. Everybody's going to complain about the human parts anyway. It's going to be terrible. So just skip over it. Nobody cares.
They've done 2 movies well, though. Out of the 3 here that are sitting on the desk, Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, and King of the Monsters, 2 of them do have like good human stories that
I'd say one of them is good, but that one is detriment because if you make another one like Godzilla, you're going to have no monster fights. And that is the biggest complaint about that movie from general audience.
From general audience. And there's plenty of people who the internet is certainly very excited about Godzilla versus Kong. I understand I'm in the minority here. I'm being the vocal minority right now because I have the platform. But I think you can do it. I just think that specifically with King of the Monsters, they stretch themselves too thin, and I'm not seeing that change in this one. I mean, we got introduced to like 6 new characters in the trailer, and I don't know how I'm going to care about that girl if I only get 5 minutes of screen time with her.
And I'm saying you don't need to.
Well, great. Then don't have her in there at all.
This dude the director, has not done anything good.
Well, and so that's my other thing is that this
Yikes.
feels very much like a studio helmed movie. Like this, and not to discredit him. Obviously, he has got a lot of work on his plate. Like it's not like he doesn't have things to do. But I think obviously they knew what they wanted, and it was more of a here make what we want versus a here show us your vision.
What if he just crushes stuff?
That'd be awesome if he just crushes it. I want this movie to be awesome. I want this honestly. I want this to be like Pacific Rim 1 levels of awesome.
I just want to watch Godzilla and Kong try to kill each other for an hour.
But it's gonna be BVS, man. They're gonna fight twice. They're gonna have 2 fights.
Who's going to be Lex, though? Who's going to
Charles Dance.
Yeah, exactly.
make this movie super convoluted?
So you're talking about setting things up.
Yeah, yes.
And
I have a
so
theory.
I honestly 100% believe that they're just using the BVS script for this movie, except for how it probably should have been and not what we actually got. Um, there's going to be a Lex creating a Bizarro, and it's going to be Mechagodzilla. Godzilla's being framed.
Hex, yeah.
That's going to be the movie. That's what BVS should have
Yep.
been. And instead we got something I don't even remember. I know people love it. Whatever. It was all over the place.
So
Um,
I
and
go ahead. Sorry.
no, you go ahead. I'm just stuttering.
I was too. We're stammering together. My theory is, JT said Mothra, and he made the "Why did you say that name" joke.
That's my favorite meme
which
of
is
the week.
fantastic. However, the little girl that is apparently relating to Kong is going to somehow be connected to Mothra, and Godzilla is going to be seeking her out because Mothra is gone. Spoilers. And Kong is
King
going
of
to
the
take that
monsters.
as he's threatening her, and that will start their fight. That's my guess. The movie is not that deep, but I'm here to speculate, and that's what I'm doing.
My whole speculation of the story is I know I kind of went into it earlier, but also like I think humans are building Mechagodzilla to take down Godzilla or all these monsters that destroyed the world in the last movie.
Yeah, where'd they just
And
walk off
they're
to?
gonna
They're just chilling. They're in Cabo.
they're getting a bunch of radiation and stuff to power this thing up. What does Godzilla hate? He hates monsters going after radiation. That was like the entire first movie.
That's true.
That's such a good.
And so it could be a Mecha Godzilla terrorizing things, and Godzilla's like, "Yo, no, that ain't me."
He's gonna show up and be like,
And then
"Yo,
Kong
bro, yo."
But I really I do think it's going to be Godzilla is attacking the humans because I mean the humans are the bad guys now. They're building their own monster to fight the monsters. Charles Dance anyway. Then they're going to be like, "Yo, Kong, we've been hiding you on this island for so long. Come fight him." And that's going to be the first 15 minutes, and then it's just going to be punching.
I want to see the.
Little girl's going to get stepped on by Roald Dahl.
I want to see the. Who's the military guy in this one? He's the guy who's like, the world needs Kong. I can't remember the actor's name.
Is it Alexander Skarsgård?
Yeah, Alexander Skarsgård. Sorry. I just want to see Alexander Skarsgård get to Kong Island, and I need a training montage where he's like training Kong,
Teaching him how to fight.
teaching him how to fight.
Because Kong's been watching TV and learning how to throw haymakers.
No, I
It's the eye of the tiger.
The director has said there will be a clear winner.
wonder who
And
it's gonna be.
This is my biggest issue with this trailer. Because like they're gonna do another trailer and it's gonna be because this trailer is very favorable of Kong.
Mm-hmm.
The second trailer will be very favorable of Godzilla, and the third trailer will reveal who their true enemy is, and nobody will clearly win. And I just don't I don't like when movies like this are marketed that way. Like BVS was marketed that way too.
Yeah.
It's just not. I know that's what they have to do, but like, it's 2021. People are smart enough to find better ways to market these kinds of movies, in my opinion. I'm not one of them, but they certainly can figure that out.
Who's winning the fight?
Are you asking who we think will win or who we think
Who do
should
you
win?
think will win?
Kong.
Godzilla.
I'm very certain that Kong will win, but if they have Godzilla win, and I mean if they kill Kong, this movie instantly goes from like I have zero interest. Like this is terrible because it's like the beats are so like that is one of those like when you see CinemaSins be like if they had done this. I would like erase all the sins. If they kill Kong, it would erase all the sins of that movie for me.
JT asks the best question though.
How does Kong become king?
That's what I was going to say. He has to earn his
Yeah.
title. King's going to go down. There's a new king, baby.
Yep.
I don't want Godzilla to go.
But it's okay.
No.
Because they have Mothra.
That's true.
They'll just bring him back. That's why Godzilla's
literally
gonna
has
lose. Because they
he
have
has a res
free
cheat.
life.
Insta-res.
He's got
which is frustrating.
He's got the Pac-Man coin.
And people will be thinking like I know that's why they got rid of Mothra in the last movie. It's like, okay, well Mothra's gone now. He doesn't have that. But they'll just bring him back because Mothra comes back. That's Mothra's whole thing.
The little girl who's friends with Kong and Millie Bobby Brown are gonna be the Mothra twins that they don't know they're related. It's gonna happen. Everything's connected. And then Batman's going to show up. And he's going to be like, yo, Godzilla, Kong's actually a good guy.
Keaton or Pattinson?
It'll be Ben Affleck. Because he'll be like, Godzilla's actually a good guy, man. Take it from me. I thought Superman was a bad guy. And he wasn't.
I learned my lesson.
You should learn from me. And you guys should team up and fight whatever threat's coming in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I more think it's going to go back, lean into the BVS thing. There's not going to be a winner, but Superman, Godzilla is going to sacrifice himself.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
I literally think they're using the script from BVS.
Zack Snyder's going to be an EP.
If that's so if they do that, which is kind of what I'm more or less predicting, Luke, is that they do that. I kind of hope they accelerate it, and not just because BVS was a long movie, but more along the lines of that. Like, I want all that to happen within the first half of the movie, and then I want there to be a legitimate, like, third act. The third act should not just be one fight. The third act should present, or not even the third act, part of the second act and the third act need to present who they're fighting, why they need to fight them, give them their own false victory over them, and then give them a proper victory. That's my like.
Hey,
if we're going to make this movie like this, at least do it like kind of different.
Hey, how was the cinematography in the Mummy movie that came out with Tom Cruise?
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't remember. I've erased that movie.
Well, that's who's doing this one too. The more people I'm seeing attached
I don't
to this
remember
movie, the more nervous I'm getting.
Well,
I don't remember it looking bad.
That's good. That makes me feel a little bit better.
yeah,
It's got good actors though.
The other thing that you all will bash me for, and I'm gonna say it now because I'll repeat it. You'll hear me repeat it after.
Could Ryan
the
Johnson
review.
do this better?
No. Yes, he could, but
I knew you would say that. Golly.
But like, I could not get over it's gotten increasingly worse in terms of how the characters, aka Kong and Godzilla, physically exist in the world. Like in 2014 Godzilla, he like moves, I'll quote unquote realistically. Like he's big, he's heavy, he's slow, and then Kong is obviously smaller and he's moving. He's a little more like, I don't know, like an ape, right? Like I don't know, like a marsupial or that's not right.
Like a primate?
Like a primate. Marsupials are the little like
A marsupial?
Don't be disappointed in me.
Yes.
In any case,
I think I should just continue.
in King of the Monsters,
Oh.
those guys are like
You just compared a gorilla to a platypus.
Dude, that's the next monster in the Monsterverse, baby. King Kong versus Perry the Platypus.
Look, they're both and more or less like amphibious creatures, right? They both like live in the water and go on land, so it makes sense that they're natural enemies.
Gorillas do not live in the water.
No, Godzilla and the platypus.
But Godzilla's gonna be dead.
Oh, that's true.
Not if he's a robot.
That's true. Any case, I think this movie looks ridiculous. I'm not really excited about it, but I'm hoping that the action is at least good.
Let me make you feel better. The writer of this movie wrote Thor Ragnarok.
Great.
He also wrote Black Widow.
Cool.
I've seen one of those.
We should have seen both of them by now.
And the writer from the 2014 Godzilla, actually from all the previous movies, is on it too. That's good.
I just think that as these movies get more complex, they tend to get... They cast a wider net and they're shallower. You know, it's an inch deep and a mile wide. They're not very deep movies. Which movies don't have to be deep movies. I'm just what I want. All want different things. I want marsupials in.
You want your philosophies challenged during King Kong and Godzilla's fist fight?
Yes.
Sorry, I know you love that, but that's hilarious to me.
I really don't. For me, it's more of a Godzilla comes, and even Kong to a certain degree, like their theatrical histories are linked pretty, like, they're intertwined metaphorically with these deep themes that are addressed in, like, the most surface level ways, and then are like, punch, punch, big fight.
Heck yeah, dude.
And
eat
like,
your vegetables.
You can have a punch, punch, big fight movie like Creed, and it can still be awesome.
That's true.
That's a sports movie.
Yeah, but Creed doesn't have a giant gorilla in it.
I want Godzilla, the Creed version.
You're right. You're right. Godzilla needs to go out to the desert, put his foot in that tire, and start training.
Yes.
Absolutely. Who's going to train him? Batman. That's who. Done.
In any case, you know I'll be watching this day one, and I'll probably add it to my collection whether I love it or hate it because I've got to have the collection.
I still got to buy this one.
Oh, it's probably cheap now.
No, it's not. I look at it every time I go to the store, and I'm like,
so crazy.
Still $25.
Oh, you gotta get it off Amazon.
No, I
got 3 movies for $30. They're all from the last year.
I should watch King of the Monsters.
I'm going to watch it again.
No, I really want to watch it.
Dana has not seen either Godzilla movie.
Oh.
But she's seen Kong. Like, well, kind of have to watch the other two now. She liked the trailer. Thought it was cool.
Yeah.
What team is she on?
Man, she's on Kong's team.
I'm Team Godzilla.
Good. Thanks, man.
Hey, we agree on something.
Kind of.
Well, I'll take what we can get, right?
You know, I'm just looking for that.
There's a new king in town, baby.
Tyler's like, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
That's right.
Come here, Brett.
I'm just ready to. Gosh, I just imagine. All I'm gonna think about if I watch this movie with you is be like, man, I really wonder if this movie is challenging Brett's philosophies right now.
Just be like, Brett, what are your introspective takes on this scene?
Did you hear the inflection in Godzilla's roar right there? That's deep.
I know me and Tyler, I think, are really gonna have a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
And Brett's gonna hate it.
I'll just drink some. It's fine.
I also just want to bring up my other prediction for this year. This was probably my most ridiculous one. This is like betting on the 2010 Oakland A's or whatever year that was, where they had no good players. I said this movie would have a higher Rotten Tomatoes score than Dune.
Sticking to it?
Now that doesn't necessarily mean that Godzilla Kong will be high.
That's true.
It could be at a 65 and Dune could be at a 60.
Dude, Godzilla's Kong is going to be at like an 85.
Hey,
it's going to happen.
There's hype for it because it broke all kinds of records for Warner Brothers like trailer views this week, or this weekend. Like within its first 24 hours, it had something like
16 million.
It was ridiculous.
You had it on Critics Score though, right?
Oh yeah. No, it's less of
Okay,
yeah. I'm just saying that I think there is an
score can
audience
be
out there
manipulated
for
too
this
much.
movie, and I think that they will probably look on it favorably.
Yeah.
The audience score can still be manipulated too much, so you can't do that.
Don't want to risk it. Any final thoughts on Godzilla vs Kong?
Godzilla don't want to catch these
Are
hands.
we getting the
He
second
doesn't.
trailer?
You're absolutely right.
Are we getting the second trailer of Super Bowl?
Probably. You know what other trailer we're probably going to get at the Super Bowl? Eternals.
Suicide Squad.
I'm not convinced that movie's
Suicide.
ever coming.
It'll happen eventually.
What is this? Some kind of Godzilla vs Kong?
Godzilla's going to have his little bomb collar on.
Godzilla don't want no beef.
Kyle Chandler's the Joker. We just didn't know it.
Oh, well, if that is the end of our comments on the Monsterverse, let's get out of here. You guys, thank you for watching. JT, thanks for hanging with us today over on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening to it on podcast, you can always watch these shows live Monday nights, 8 p.m. Central Time, over on twitch.tv/whatthefanboy. You can find these segments on YouTube, and of course, you can find the entire show on your podcast app. You can find all those links at whatthefanboy.com. And until next week, we'll see ya.
See you guys.